A photo, taken the night before Comey's indictment. Pam Bondi was sitting at the table. The president was 2 seats away. Senator Blumenthal placed the photo on the table and asked, "Was Comey discussed at dinner that night?" Bondi smiled. "Great picture," she said. "And that's it. He didn't say anything else." 3 different weapons were used in this trial. The first, a photograph, as a matter of timing. The second, a lobbyist's name, as a matter of conflict of interest. Third, an explanation from the past, as a matter of personal credibility. Blumenthal rolled each one out step by step. At each step, Bondi responded with a different tool: privacy, reframing, and finally, a personal attack. "How dare you!" This sentence was the sharpest moment of the trial. But to understand how that moment came to be, we need to go back to the beginning. Blumenthal asked the first question directly. "Have you had any conversations with President Trump regarding James Comey's indictment?" Bondi replied, "I will not share the conversations I had with the president in this setting." Blumenthal repeated, "Are you not even going to say whether there was a meeting?" Bondi maintained her stance. Internal discussions are confidential. There is a noteworthy detail here. Bondi did not leave these refusals as just a no. He responded with a quote from Blumenthal's own past. A quote from Blumenthal in 2017. "No one is above the law, not even the president." Bondi read the quote herself, and the implication was clear. If you're asking these questions, face your own past statements as well. Blumenthal didn't take the bait. He didn't change the subject. He rephrased his question. "Did anyone have any conversation with the White House?" Bondi, "I will not discuss any conversations, any investigations." Blumenthal recorded, "You don't want to tell the committee about the meetings with the White House." And then he put the photo on the table, the night before James Comey's indictment. Bondi was at a dinner. The president was 2 seats away. This was not a state ceremony. It wasn't a widely attended event. It was a dinner. Blumenthal asked, "Was Comey discussed at that dinner?" Pam Bondi's initial reaction was different from the usual defensive language. She started by saying, "Great photo, I loved it," then confirmed the seating arrangement and acknowledged that Donald Trump was 2 seats away and the entire cabinet was there. And then she returned to the same point. "I won't share what was discussed." But the main critical point was this. Blumenthal had not received a no answer, but he didn't get a yes either, and he recorded that ambiguity. "I will take your answer as yes." Bondi denied this. "All the cabinet were there," he said. He cited the size of the meeting, but this wasn't technically an answer either, and both of them knew it. Blumenthal changed the subject, but he didn't lose his line. The Ministry of Justice brought up the reforms, a legislative proposal that will provide legal assurance against political intervention, prohibition of political evaluations in prosecution decisions, the right to legal recourse for victims of selective or malicious prosecution, transparency requirements. Bondi did not delve into the content of this legislation. He moved on to another topic. Blumenthal stopped. "I won't stoop to the gutter," he said. "I want to be constructive." And he changed the subject. And at that exact moment of transition, Bondi said something. He referred to Blumenthal's controversial statements regarding his military service history. In short, but it was recorded. Blumenthal acted as if he didn't hear. He continued. But at that moment, he would return in the final part of the trial, in a much stronger way. Blumenthal moved on to merger lawsuits. He moved quickly. He mentioned multiple names: Home Health Services merger, Skydance and Paramount deal, the Department of Transportation's airline compensation rule. Bondi intervened at one point. "You gave too many mergers. Which one do you want me to focus on?" Blumenthal focused. "The merger of American Express and GBT." And he gave a name: Brian Ballard. He has been close to President Trump for many years, the head of the law firm Bondi used to work for. Blumenthal's claim was this. It is reported as a claim, not officially confirmed, that Ballard lobbied the Justice Department to drop the lawsuit against the merger, and the lawsuit was eventually dropped. Blumenthal asked, "Did you have any conversations with Ballard?" And at this point, the situation took a different turn. Bondi's answer was not given to the question. It started with the statement, "I can't believe it. I can't believe you are accusing me of misconduct." Blumenthal intervened. "I'm not accusing you of misconduct. I'm asking whether a meeting took place." Bondi continued, and this time he brought up the military issue again. Stronger, more direct. "You lied. You lied about your own military service. You admitted it. You lied to get elected." Then she said, "How dare you?" and continued, "I spent my career in the prosecution. I have never violated my ethical standards. Don't question me. Don't question whether I am impartial as the Minister of Justice. This was not a procedural deflection. This was a personal and direct outburst that completely departed from the formal framework of the trial. And the courtroom, with that sentence, moved to another place. Blumenthal didn't let go of the Ballard question. He did not directly respond to Bondi's personal attack. He didn't get into the military issue. He tried to continue with the question. And in the end, he said, "You will get this question through another colleague of mine." Then he thanked and concluded. Ballard's question had gone unanswered. The merger case question had gone unanswered. The Comey dinner question had gone unanswered. And the phrase, "How dare you?" was in the transcript. Blumenthal entered this hearing with a specific structure. First, the Comey case. Then the timing. The night before the indictment, at the table, 2 seats away. Then reform legislation. Then mergers. Then the name of the lobbyist. Each step was connected to the previous one. Each question laid the groundwork for the next, and Richard Blumenthal, as a former Attorney General, had deliberately constructed this structure, turning every unanswered point into the context for the next question with interconnected inquiries. Bondi, on the other hand, responded with a consistent but variable defense. First layer, confidentiality. Meetings with the president are confidential. Investigations are confidential. Second layer, reframing. The entire cabinet was there. The magnitude of the meeting. Third layer, counterattack. Blumenthal's own past explanation. And finally, the military issue. These 3 layers together produced this. A response position where everything related to the questions was rejected without ever addressing the content of the questions. But in the Ballard question, this structure cracked. Because the Ballard question was not a question that could be answered for reasons of confidentiality. The question, "Did you meet with this person?" requires a factual answer. And Bondi responded to the question with a personal counterattack. This choice led to the question remaining unanswered. And this lack of response is clearly evident in the minutes. A photo, 2 chairs, the night before Comey's indictment, a lobbyist's name, a dropped case, an interview question. How dare you? This sentence became the lasting mark of this trial. The question about the Comey dinner went unanswered. Ballard's question went unanswered. Both are on record, and this record is public. Tell us in the comments, did Blumenthal's photo strategy work? Did Bondi's counterattack close the question or make it more visible? Subscribe and turn on notifications. The information conveyed in this video is based on publicly available court transcripts. The claim regarding Brian Ballard's lobbying activities is based on Blumenthal's testimony in court and has not been officially verified. The inferences regarding Bondi's role at the dinner reflect Blumenthal's own assessment. The military service debate is a reference to Blumenthal's controversial past in the public eye. There is no definitive judicial ruling on this matter. This video does not aim to present definitive legal or political judgments, but rather to convey publicly available information within an analytical framework.